When you were in elementary school, you probably played the game Follow the Leader quite frequently. As children, we're taught to always lead by example. Of course, most people choose to be followers, while a select few opt to become leaders. For some professional athletes, becoming a leader puts them on a path to greatness. I'm Justin Fraction. Today we take a look at the 10 best leaders in sports right now. And we do hope you enjoy this video, and if you do, feel free to click subscribe down below for more cool videos every single day. Number 10, Jose Bautista. The Toronto Blue Jays missed the playoffs every year from 1994 to 2014, and there wasn't much to celebrate other than slugger Jose Bautista leading the majors in homers during the 2010 and 2011 seasons. But Bautista had another star-like season in 2015 and guided the Blue Jays to the AL East Division title, and their first trip to the playoffs since 1993. Of course, Bautista also hit that clutch 3-run home run in the decisive Game 5 of the ALDS. He took Toronto to the ALCS in 2015 and 16 thanks to his clutch hits and leadership in the clubhouse. He's one of the best leaders Toronto's ever had. Number 9, J.J. Watt. The best defensive player in the NFL might not have Super Bowls on his resume yet, but Watt does everything that embodies what a true leader does and is. He's done so much off-the-field work, befriending a group of kids who lost their parents in a car accident and proposing to a little girl with a ring pop after she expressed disappointment in being too young to marry him. Watt, the monstrous pass rusher, also fires up his Houston Texans defense night in and night out. They're one of the best in the NFL every single year. With his charity work and insane commitment to being the best, Watt is someone we should all look up to. Number 8, Tony Parker. Tim Duncan would have been on this list instead of Parker, but he's retired. Still, there's no way the Spurs win 4 championships in 2003, 5, 7, and 11 without Tony Parker's leadership. The greatest Frenchman in NBA history formed a deadly duo with Duncan, and the two led the Spurs to NBA immortality. Just look at the way guys like Kawhi Leonard and LaMarcus Aldridge run this team now. It's because Parker and Duncan were able to mentor them into being the next faces of the Spurs franchise. Number 7, Sidney Crosby. The Pittsburgh Penguins captain had to carry a ton of pressure, the likes of which most 18-year-olds never dream of. The Pens drafted Sid the Kid first overall in 2005, and he arrived to a team that was bankrupt, close to relocation, and drawing only 11,000 fans per game. What has Crosby done since? Oh, you know. Taken them to the playoffs every year since 2007 and led them to a pair of Stanley Cups while winning countless awards, including scoring titles and Hart trophies. Think about the Penguins from 2001 to 4. Think about the Penguins now. It's all Crosby, baby. Number 6, Aaron Rodgers. By far the greatest all-around quarterback in recent memory, the Green Bay Packers franchise star truly is the type of leader that most of us can only dream of being. In 2010, the Packers' playoff hopes were on the brinks. All Rodgers did was lead them to a Super Bowl 45 championship. In 2013, Rodgers came back from a collarbone injury and led the Packers to the NFC North. When his best receiver, Jordy Nelson, tore his ACL and sat out all of 2015, Rodgers led the Packers to the playoffs anyway. When his Packers fell 4-16 in 2016, he still took them to the NFC Championship game. Every time the Packers look down and out, Rodgers rises up and quiets all the doubters. He carries an extremely flawed team to the playoffs every year. Why? Because he's a leader. It's Mr. Rogers' neighborhood. Number 5, Cristiano Ronaldo. Ronaldo was going to be recognized as one of the top 5 soccer players to ever grace God's green earth. The Portuguese legend has brought an element of fine play and leadership that only few athletes have symbolized. When he got injured and had to leave in the 2016 Euro Cup final, you could tell how devoted his countrymen were to winning it for him. Portugal beat France in the final, thanks in large part to Ronaldo's leadership. The way he's revolutionized soccer in his country and became a role model for the younger generation is out of this world. Number 4, Dirk Nowitzki. Dirk has made the Dallas Mavericks one of the NBA's most dynamic teams in the 21st century. After losing over and over again in the 90s, he helped them rack up 50-win seasons every year from 2001 to 11. Did you see the way he single-handedly took down LeBron James, Dwayne Wade, and Chris Bosh's Miami Heat in the 2011 NBA Finals? Pure leadership. This guy has been the heart and soul of Big D for 2 decades. Few NBA players have led by example like the German sensation. Number 3, Jonathan Toews. Toews was drafted 3rd overall by the Chicago Blackhawks in the 2006 NHL entry draft. And boy, did that selection ever change their history. Toews turned a long-time losing franchise that played in empty arenas into the model organization of this decade. The Blackhawks captain led them to the Stanley Cup in 2010, 13, and 15. They don't call him Captain Serious for nothing. Toews commands the respect and very best from his peers in Chicago. How does 3 championships and 9 straight trips to the playoffs sound? Number 2, Tom Brady. You can just tell how much the entire New England Patriots team gets fired up when they play for Tommy Terrific. This is a guy who led them to the greatest comeback in Super Bowl history, when many people would have given up after trailing by 25 points in the second half. Brady has done nothing but win in his career. You can always see him getting fired up on the sidelines and rallying his teammates. 5 Super Bowls doesn't come without top-notch leadership. And number 1, LeBron James. LeBron may have underachieved during his first stint with the Cleveland Cavaliers, but come on, it's all leadership from the king. His Miami Heat were one loss away from elimination at the hands of the Boston Celtics in the 2012 Eastern Conference Finals. LeBron rallied the Heat to win the next 2 games before beating the Oklahoma City Thunder to win the NBA championship. The Heat were pushed to the limit by the San Antonio Spurs in the 2013 NBA Finals, but LeBron rallied them to steal Games 6 and 7 for their second straight title. But 2016 put LeBron's leadership abilities in the history books. His Cavs trailed a 73-win, defending champion Golden State Warriors 3-1 in the NBA Finals. All LeBron did was rally his crew to win 3 straight, giving his hometown its first sports championship in 52 years. LeBron is the prime example of why you should never give up, and a reminder why you always need a good leader. Who do you think is the best leader in sports? Join us in the comments section below. If you liked this video and learned a thing or two, clicking the like button helps us out a ton and we appreciate it. If this is your first time coming around to Total Pro Sports though, subscribing is a great idea because we put out videos like this every single day. But as always, thanks for watching and we'll see you guys next time.